Welcome to a full day of what I eat on the carnivore diet while intermittent fasting. My plan for today at this point is going to be fast until lunch, then have a snack, and probably around 6, dinner. During the snack and chat, I'm going to do my best to explain where I've been and why you haven't been seeing me here much. It is very much so a back to basics kind of day, and I'm keeping it simple. There's a reason for that. Since about mid-October, I started noticing that I was falling off of keto and even carnivore more than I'd like to admit. When life gets hard, I don't know about you, but definitely for me, it's really easy to let those old bad habits just slide right on back in. And of course, that's what's happened. So for now, I'm thinking my best bet is just focus on a food that requires minimal effort, at least until I get back on track. Nothing too complicated, just protein, protein, protein. And if you're new, I do feel like I should warn you in advance that this was real life carnivore anyways. We're not eating $30 Wagyu ribeyes, and I'm not making bougie recipes that look like a work of art. Here, it's more about meals that are quick, easy, and affordable, because I gotta put my money in other places. Speaking of, it's time for me to take my morning vitamins and supplements that are part of that post-vaccination syndrome protocol my doctor put me on last February, so coming up on a year. And I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that this protocol gave me my life back. Inside my Stanley is filtered water. That's a rabbit hole we're going to go down in a future video, but prepare yourself to be shocked, horrified, and most of all disgusted. To it, I added a packet of unflavored Creatine and a pack of zesty orange salty electrolytes, now available with caffeine. I'm taking the creatine for brain function and because I've not been sleeping good. And these electrolytes, well, they give me a little bit of boost now that they have some caffeine in them, but mostly it's because I don't enjoy 3 a.m. leg cramps. I'll have some of the research on creatine down in the description box just in case you missed it. Oh, and this is not a sponsored video, but I will add links for the creatine and the salty electrolytes. If you use those links and then end up ordering, they'll take a percentage off when you check out. Okay, I'm gonna go dry my hair and finish getting ready, then go into the kitchen and see if I need to prep anything for later. But don't go anywhere because I'll be back in just a sec. I'm out of brown butter bites, so I'm going to make a batch real fast. This is my kind of recipe, 1 ingredient. Personally, I like to use salted butter, but you can use unsalted if you want. Melt it in a pot on your stove at medium heat until it starts to turn brown, and now all I gotta do is pour it into a silicone mold. This one is the perfect size for these. I bought a set ages ago off of Amazon for super cheap. I'll put the link in the description box in case you're looking for some. Then into the fridge to cool so I can have a few later. Today's lunch protein is going to be thin cut pork chops. The hardest part about this meal will be deciding what I want to sprinkle on them because, as you can see, I have an entire drawer dedicated to flavor. I think I'm going to go with the Longhorn Steakhouse grill seasoning. I picked this one up at Dollar Tree. The ingredients aren't a disaster, it doesn't have any sugar, and the carb count is 0. I want to cook these in fat, and I've recently started reaching for beef tallow because it adds so much flavor. Why didn't y'all tell me how amazing this stuff is? I found this one at a discount grocery store for $6. It's all natural, made in the USA, and nothing is added in. And there you have it, lunch in less than 10 minutes. 4 pork chops cooked in tallow is approximately 500 calories, 35 grams of fat, 50 grams of protein, and 0 carbs. And to drink, filtered water. It's time for another round of vitamins and supplements from that protocol I mentioned this morning. These are fat soluble, so I like to have something with fat first, then take them, and that way my body will absorb them better. Since I take so many of these throughout the day, I try to divide them up so that I'm not taking them all at once and I don't have to worry about having any stomach issues. Snack is cheese and butter. My favorite string cheese is from Walmart. It's the Great Value whole milk mozzarella version, and a pack of 12 is about $3.25. Then I grabbed 3 of the brown butter bites I made this morning, and no, your eyes aren't deceiving you. There's only 2 because I already scarfed one down, bringing my approximate total for this snack to 200 calories, 20 grams of fat, 7 grams of protein, and 0 carbs. It's been a while since our last chat, and I feel like I owe y'all an explanation. If you've been here with me any length of time, you probably noticed that I disappeared in July. It wasn't planned. It's that life shifted on me really fast. Back in July, my mom got sick, and what started out as an infection turned into a very long and confusing month of IV antibiotics, followed by another, then another, and another. She had a lot of appointments. There were a lot of setbacks. And honestly, there were a lot of moments where we were all just trying to figure out what the heck was going on. Without getting into all the details, I'll just say our healthcare system is broken, and there were a lot of medical mistakes made along the way that made all of this so much harder than it ever should have been. As a family, we went into survival mode, taking it day by day and sometimes hour by hour. The week of Thanksgiving, we lost her. It's been about 6 weeks. It still doesn't seem real. Grief is strange. Every day is different. Some days are heavy. Some days I forget she's not here anymore. And some days, the physical pain that I feel in my heart, I swear, I think it's going to shatter into a million pieces. During all of this, YouTube wasn't something I had the emotional space for. Not because I didn't care about you guys, but because my focus was where it needed to be, on my family, on my mom, and on getting through a very emotional and painful time. I wanted y'all to know because this community has always been more than just videos about weight loss or food. And I know that many of you understand what it's like to deal with a loss like this. For now, I'm taking things slowly. Food, routine, and filming again are part of trying to find just a little bit of normalcy, but I'm giving myself grace along the way. So if you're watching this and you've been waiting on me, thank you for your patience. And I want you to know that if you're dealing with a difficult emotional situation yourself, you're not alone. I don't plan on disappearing on you guys again, but in case I do, I hope you understand that I just got a lot going on here and here. Thanks for letting me have this chance to share it with you guys, and we will go ahead and get back to the rest of the day. Thankfully, tonight's dinner requires zero cooking because I lost track of time and it's almost 7. Doing pizza in a bowl. I skipped the sauce and went with Flavor God pizza seasoning, which is just a bunch of spices, no sugar or fillers, making it 0 carbs. I ordered this off their website. I'll have it linked below with a discount code. In my bowl, I added every leftover meat I had in the fridge. Some cooked ground beef and sausage, a handful of Hormel pepperonis that I sliced up, and crumbled up bacon, which Chris made on the Blackstone yesterday. We buy the Carolina Pride because it's the only one we found that doesn't have any sugar. I warmed it all up in the microwave and topped it with shredded mozzarella. Literally the quickest meal ever, and it's delicious. And I'm still sipping on that Stanley of water from lunch. I think it's safe to say I'm done eating for the day. I'm gonna go take the rest of my vitamins and supplements and call it a night. Thanks for watching and spending some time with me. Remember to like and subscribe before you go, and hopefully I'll see you again real soon.